doing? It's Saturday, baby. Made it through the week, the first week of the year. First day of the first weekend and all that shit. So let's make it a good one. And take a nice good swig of that cold brew and fire up that bud. While you can. Because Jeffy boy's coming for it. You know he is. I told you a long time ago he's going to come for that shit. Alright, before I get started, I got a letter today in the mail. And it was from a friend of ours, Kay Allen. I like Kay. Kay is she just, what was that on her, she goes by the name, Phyllis Malis. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. On Twitter, at FELESMALAS. Felisa Malis. I'm terribly sorry I'm screwing it up, Kay. Kay says she's about as inconspicuous as a tarantula on a piece of angel food cake. And I believe that. And she sent us a picture to go up on our pit board. And that is Thor. That's Kay's cat. And he is a womanizer and destroyer of worlds. Powerful cat. I had no doubt, though. She's a powerful woman. And she also sent a picture of herself in 4 generations there in front of the Christmas tree. And that's the future right there, baby. There's 4 generations of powerful, strong, opinionated women. And they're going to let you know. That's our future, baby. That's what we're fighting for. And that is, let me see if I can get it. Standing up here is Kate. This is Alexandria. This is Madam Joanne. This is Vivian. And that is Kay Allen. And I guarantee you, anybody who want to come up against these ladies, better eat some beans and do your homework, because they're pretty smart. She also sent a nice donation. Thank you, Kay. I'll put that in a jar of John Wants to Go to Austin. And thank you so much for that. It'll come in handy, I'm sure. Anyway, I feel like I'm behind the curve. I don't have the book. Everybody's reading the book. I don't have the book. But I can sure turn on my TV and listen to the pundits talking about it and get a good idea of what's in the book. Half of it's probably written. Mama was listening to some guy reading the book this morning. A young fella was on, I guess, YouTube, and was reading. He's read the first few chapters, so we got to listen to it. And it falls back into that t-shirt I have that says, when you elect a clown, expect a circus. And that's what we've ended up with. I've seen on the news here, I saw him this morning, because he had to rally the troops. Oh my God, get everybody in front of the camera and tell them how great and stable Donnie is. And he tweeted out himself, he's a very stable genius. And I saw him on TV there, and he's talking about he graduated from a great school. Are you shitting me? You paid to have a diploma, you asshole, because the rest of us out here know you couldn't pass an SAT test today. You could barely probably read the damn thing. And then he went on to how great a businessman he is. Everything he did fell to shit until he got hooked up with Russian money. Everything he touched was down to crap until Russia started investing in that little commercial there where you see him bragging about he bought some mansion down there in South Florida and bought it for $40 million and sold it to a Russian for $100 million. Oh, that's a smart businessman. No, it sounds like a payoff to me. It sounds like a good way to dump some money into the United States. Pay off a man a little bit. That's what it sounds like to me. Launder that shit. In his hotels and shit and his properties are full of Russians. I don't know how many of y'all saw that little CNN thing last night. I did. It puts everything in perspective. And right up until this morning, there is no collusion. Everybody knows. Everybody's investigated. After a year, there's no collusion. And let me guarantee you, there's no collusion. And the only collusion is the Democrats and Hillary Clinton and the Russians. And there was no collusion. It's like a broken record. He's a lying, stinking dick. We all know about the collusion. Donnie Jr. went to the meeting. to collude with the Russians. Are you shitting me? It's all over the damn place. Every rock you pick up, there's a Russian under it. And Donnie still sits up there, no collusion, no collusion, because he feels if he keeps repeating it, dumbasses will believe him. And some of them do. And they're called Republicans. And but it's sad. It's sad to see how he has to parade everybody out to heap praise on him. They're not talking about, he's being a good... No, we're talking about kiss his ass praise. Tillerson had to automatically come out and tell him, he's the most stable guy in the world. Why is all of a sudden everybody on the news, all our cabinet and everything else coming out talking about how stable Donnie is? Because everybody paints him as an unstable idiot. A man that is just hell-bent on just sitting in his bed and being miserable, hating the world. I was a great businessman and then I became a great TV star. I never watched the show myself. I don't get into Donnie. Never did. He's an asshole who likes to toot his own horn, and he's been tooting that horn all his life. It's just a charade of shit that Donnie has managed to sell the world. Do you think he fired anybody on that show? Hell no. He came in and he read the script, and after the producers told him who was going to get fired, then he stood out there with his famous line, "You're fired." He can't fire anybody. He just sneaks around and he doesn't do anything face to face. Look how he did Comey. Shit, he ain't got no balls. He ain't got the balls to do anything manly. He's a little pussy that hides behind lawyers. Cease and desist this book. Yeah, that went a long way, didn't it? Because everybody knows now, Donnie doesn't sue people. He threatens to sue people. That's what he does. He'll threaten you with financial ruin if he wants to get up under your ass. And I imagine if he came on to me like that, I'd be a little nervous. But I ain't got shit to lose, Donnie, so I really don't give a shit. He's a disgusting puke of a man, and this country should be embarrassed every day he's in office. And that brings us up to something else I've been seeing. I don't have anything written down. I'm just rattling on. I've seen some comments and some writings about how people are concerned about our future. I got to admit I'm concerned too, but I'm not overly concerned because I believe the future is going to be what we are willing to make it. What are we willing to fight for to make our future better? Because we already see what the future is with this asshole. So we know the number one priority is to get his ass out. That's our number one priority. Number 2, 3, 4, and all the way down the list, baby, is going to have to do with reversing the kind of crap that the damage he's done to this country. But it's going to be up to us to do that. We can't rely on our neighbors or anybody else. We have to be the one to stand up and do this. It's what I'm willing to fight for. This isn't what we want. We don't want to see grandma thrown off the food. We don't want to see children health insurance thrown to the wayside while we pass tax reform for the rich. We don't want that. We want a benevolent society that lifts all of us up. Every one of us. It doesn't matter what color you are, who you love, who you think you are. That's up to you. There are things that we cannot pass laws to determine. Sort of like prohibition in the pot thing. They tried prohibition. Didn't work. And now that Jeffy boy wants to do away with the pot. He's coming after everybody. I know he is. And I think it's going to be one of those moments when the country really rises up because you take away their alcohol or their pot and they have a tendency to get pissed off. And it's been shown in the past. And like I told you before, Texas ain't, and I gave you a whole list of reasons why, because of the long border, the war on drugs, we get a lot of money from it, and all that shit. Seizures, we have that down here in Texas. Yeah, out there in East Texas one time, they had 2 or 3 cops arrested because they were not busting people, they were stopping them on the highway. Oh, look at there, you got a diamond ring? I think you're a drug dealer. Give me the diamond ring. Give me your wallet. Give me your car. Give me your house. Give me everything you've got because I think you got it by selling drugs. Not that the cop had to prove anything. That's the law. All he has to do is suspect you got all that shit, nice car, nice watch, and all that shit from drug running or drug dealing or something like that, and he could take all you got. They like that shit. That's the kind of law they want to interpretate with this war on drugs. And if there's a war on drugs going on, how come they're all around? This war's been going on since Nixon. Since I was in my teens and 20s. It ain't worked, and it's never worked. The only thing it does is provide politicians and shit with more money to waste on a war against their own citizens. Like I said, private prisons, baby, that's where Jeff Sessions wants to go. That's how come we have so many here in Texas. That's how come we haven't passed the law for medical marijuana or anything else in this state, because we can make money off of it. Anyway, I digress. The future's what we're going to make it. If you want pot in your state, if you want pot legalized, get your congressman to get off his ass and do something about it, because this is a national issue. State by state can do it, but it's not until the federal law is changed that we can start seeing real progress, because it's still a cash business, buddy. Anybody can get robbed doing that shit. There's money, cash. Because the law says you can't put it in a bank or some bullshit like that. It's a bunch of bullshit. Contact your congressman if you're pro-marijuana, and I am. Contact your congressman and your senator and make them stand up for that shit and change the law. It's part of fighting for what we want. It's fighting for our future. It's fighting for the equal treatment of all of us. It's fighting for our health care so that we can all live a long life and enjoy it. These are things that are basic to our very way of thinking that we have to fight for. And I'm willing to do that, and I hope you are too. That's the big message for today. Tomorrow, I am going to Alice, Texas, and me and my son are going to go see Beto O'Rourke, and hopefully see a good turnout for him over in Alice. I'm really behind this guy. I'm on fire for him because I really want to get Ted Cruz out. And the more I watch Beto, the more I like him. It's always on Facebook. Like I said, check him out. He's always talking he's driving his car from city to city, and he'll be on Facebook while driving that car talking about the issues or stopping to get a burger somewhere. He is traveling this state by himself in that car, talking to every group he can, and that impresses me. I ain't seen Ted Cruz do shit. Ted Cruz just thinks he's just a shoe-in. No, we need to put the shoe up his butt and get him out. And Beto O'Rourke is the way to do that. So tomorrow I'm gonna take the camera. My son is gonna be the professional cameraman, and I'll do a show from the town hall tomorrow when I go see Beto. In the meantime, stay active. That's it. That's all we can do all this year. Find out who your candidate is. Find out when the primaries are. Get involved and get behind a candidate. Go to a town hall meeting. If you're shy, get in the back and just stand there. You will get introduced to a lot of people, I guarantee it. Anyway, that's about all I got. I didn't get into the news today because I got other things going on. Like, share, and subscribe. John Britavo, a Blue Dot in Texas, on YouTube. John Britavo on Facebook. A Blue Dot in Texas. I always forget to say my other Facebook page is a Blue Dot in Texas. My fan page, John Britavo Speaks. Go by there and give them a like. They do a lot of work, and I really appreciate it, and I hope you do too. On Twitter, at Blue Dot in Texas, and anywhere else we can, out my truck window, I'll talk to anybody about this. Don't be ashamed of what we are, baby. We are on the right side of history, and be proud of that. I'm a proud Blue Dot in Texas, and wherever the hell you are, be a proud Blue Dot where you are. So, on that note, I'll see y'all tomorrow over in Alice, Texas. Y'all take it easy now. Bye.